Good afternoon, my name is Camilo Hernandez, and today I'm going to talk about one of the most impactful and well known accidents in modern history, the sinking of the Titanic. This event not only marked a turning point in maritime history, but also left important lessons about safety and humility in the face of nature. So, well, Titanic here. So, what was the accident? The accident of the Titanic was the sinking of a luxurious British transatlantic ship called RMS Titanic. This ship, considered the largest and most luxurious ever built at the time, sank on its maiden voyage on the night of April 14 and 15 in 1912 after hitting an iceberg in the North Atlantic Ocean. More than 1,500 of the 2,224 people on board died, making it one of the deadliest shipwrecks in the history. That's so sad. Well, uh, continue. How did the accident happen? The Titanic was sailing at high speed in an area with previous iceberg warnings. Despite the warnings, the crew did not reduce speed or change course significantly. So the night was clear, but the calm sea made it harder to detect iceberg from a distance. When the iceberg was finally seen, it was too late to avoid the collision. The impact caused multiple plates, multiple plates of the hull to open, allowing water to flood several compartments. It wasn't born at the time, as this happening in, yeah, we heard before, late 1912. So continue about what were you doing when the accident happened. But before I see the 3 points about how did the accident happen. So I see first iceberg. The ship collided with an iceberg in the North Atlantic. The second point is overconfidence. The word overconfidence in the Titanic design and safety. So yeah, we know doesn't work. And finally, the third point, that human hero, human mistakes and poor communication worsened the situation. So yeah, and now, what were you doing when the accident happened? As mentioned before, I wasn't born when the Titanic accident happened, since it took place over a century ago. However, I have always been curious about the history of the Titanic. I've watched documentaries, read articles, and seen James Cameron's movie. Yeah, the famous movie Titanic. Through this source, I've come to understand the importance of the event and everything it represents for the world. So, how how did affect the war or a specific community? The sinking of the Titanic deeply affects society at design, not only because of the large number of victims, but also because the passenger ranged from wealthy elites to poor immigrants seeking a new life in America. The disaster caused worldwide shock and led to a complete overhaul of maritime safety regulations. International laws were created, such as the International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea, or SOLAS. SOLAS. So yes, we see the point. International like SOLAS were created to improve ship safety. So ships were required to carry enough lifeboats for everyone. Permanent patrols were established to monitor ice in the Atlantic. So, well, I see the movie Titanic. Well, finally, um, conclusion. So, the Titanic accident was a tragic event that left a lasting mark in history. Not only did it result in a great loss of life, but it also showed that neither technology nor human nor human arrogance can change nature without consequence. Today, over 100 years later, we continue to remember this event as a call for humility, responsibility, and prevention.